Hello students, once again. In this video we are going to cover must, mustn't and needn't and the first conditional. So must, mustn't and needn't, or which is an abbreviation or a shortened version of don't need to, are used to talk about prohibitions, obligations and things that you don't have to do but you might do. So for prohibitions you use mustn't. For obligations or necessities you use must. For example, students must fulfill their obligations in order to pass this course. And needn't is used the same way as you use don't need to. For example, we needn't tidy up until tomorrow because we tidied up only 3 days ago. In other words, we use must to express necessity, something that is very important to do, which obviously has to be done. We use needn't to express lack of necessity, so something that isn't necessary but that you perhaps want to do. And we use mustn't to express prohibition, something that is very important not to do, something that you absolutely should avoid. So here you have a task in which you should fill the blanks you only using must, mustn't or needn't. So pause the video and do the tasks and then unpause the video to see whether you have written the correct answer. So in Britain, you are invited for a meal at somebody's home. You must take a gift. It's very rude not to bring anything. In many parts of Asia, you mustn't touch or pat somebody on the head. It's considered impolite. If you receive an invitation with RSVP on it, you must reply. And yeah, I am sorry, I should have explained what this stands for in advance. It's basically an abbreviation for please reply. Yeah. In Saudi Arabia, you needn't use a knife and fork to eat. You can use your fingers if you prefer. In many countries, you mustn't use your finger to beckon somebody. It's very rude. In most cultures, you mustn't speak with food in your mouth. Swallow your food before you start talking. Generally, you needn't use formal language in emails to friends, but in business emails, however, you mustn't use colloquial language. And now we are going to deal with the first conditional. So as a warm-up exercise, you have to end the first part of various British superstitions with their matching second part. Pause the video for a minute or two and then unpause it to see the results, the correct answers. So if you open an umbrella indoors, it will bring bad luck. If you see two magpies, that magpies are a kind of birds. So if you see two magpies, you'll be lucky. If the sky is red in the evening, the weather will be good the next day. Sometimes something bad will happen to you if you walk under a ladder. You'll have a male visitor if you drop a knife, and you'll have a female visitor if it's a fork. So if you open an umbrella indoors, it will bring bad luck. Something bad will happen to you if you walk under a ladder. And all the other sentences from the previous slides are examples of the first conditional. The first conditional can be easily be recognized by the if clause and by the main clause. So the if clause is a part of the first conditional, which states a condition. So if you open an umbrella indoors, it will bring bad luck. In the if clause, you use present simple. On the other hand, in the main clause, you can see a result. It will bring bad luck. Something bad will happen to you. In the main clause, you use future simple. The if clause can come before or after the main clause, as you can see here. However, if it comes after the main clause, we don't use a comma, such as in this example. There is no comma here. Here is another example. You'll have a good luck if you carry a rabbit's paw in your pocket. And the first conditional is generally used to talk about something that might happen in the future if certain conditions are met. So on this slide you have more examples, and here you can see that the if clause is sometimes referred to as a condition clause, whereas the main clause is sometimes referred to as the result clause. So if she is free this weekend, a condition, she will go with us. The result: if Brian pays me today, I will buy something for Amy's birthday. If he tops the test, his father will buy him a new skateboard. If I have enough time, I will write a letter for my cousin. If she joins the contest, she will have 75% chance of winning. And your last task for today is to finish each sentence with the correct form of the verbs in brackets, and you obviously have to use the first conditional. Pause the video for 2 minutes, or take however long you take, as much time as you need, and then unpause the video to check the results. Your dog has been whining for 2 hours. If you feed it, it will probably stop. So you have a condition here in the if clause, and you have a result, or better say the result of this condition in the main clause. If you clean your room immediately, you won't go out tonight. However, if you do clean it, you will be allowed to stay longer. Why don't you talk to your mom about it? Maybe she will know what to do if you tell her your problem. Dad, have you seen the goal he just scored? Yes, son, I did. If you keep training as hard as him, you will be able to score even better goals. If the weather improves, we will have a picnic today. So once more, be careful about the commas. If you have the main clause after the if clause, there has to be a comma in between.
On the other hand, if the if clause is after the main clause, there is no comma needed in between. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day.